Hi, good afternoon to all the viewers. And today we are here with Swami Pradeepji. And before starting off this session, I would just like to give a small introduction. So I am Aditya Barooah and I'm a cricketer. And I have known Swami Pradeepji for the past 3 years now. And I have always been intrigued by his knowledge and wisdom. And over this course of time, we have had lots of discussions amongst ourselves. And during this time, we thought that it would be a great idea if we can bring this conversation online so that, a whole set of audience has access to our conversation and hopefully get to learn from it. So with it, I would like to welcome Swami Pradeepji to the show today.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you.
Right. So not wasting any more time, I would like to bring up the topic for today. So Swamiji, in our lives, we have to make a lot of important decisions. And these decisions, once made, they have a huge influence in our future self. And only with hindsight, we are able to tell that if the decision was right or wrong. But, I just wanted to know from you that what exactly is the right decision? And at that very moment, how do we make one without getting confused?
So, great question, and thanks, Aditya. Thank you so much for welcoming me into the session, and it's a good show. And being a good, you yourself are very talented, and you achieved so much in your cricketing career and playing for the state level team. It's a fantastic achievement, and yes, we know each other for so many years right now. In the last few years, it was fantastic. So yes, let's come to the question. How do I make a decision? Okay. So before going to understand how do I make a decision, let's understand what is decision making is all about. Okay. What is decision making? If you observe, if you contemplate and see, our decision making is part of our very existence. Okay. Every moment of our life is a decision making. I'll explain to you how. When we are born, when you are born into this earth, at that moment itself, we have started making decision. But without our knowledge, it has been instinctively made. For example, a baby. Okay, as a baby, when you are born, when the baby is feeling hungry, it has to make a decision to get its food, right? So what it happens, it cries. The moment it cries, the mother knows, yes, my baby is hungry. So she feeds a child. So there's the decision making already started. But there is no thinking involved. Okay, you do it spontaneously in your instinct because that is natural way, right? You respond to that nature's instinct. So then once you grow up, what happens is, as a kid, your spontaneity goes off and you start thinking, okay, in a smaller way. So whenever something, as a kid, you think, then you make a decision. Then we grow into an adulthood. When we grow into an adulthood, there again we think, but we think deliberate too much in making a decision, and we get confused. So why is this happening? Right? When you are a baby, you are not confused. You take an immediate decision. Why? Because of aspect called conditioning. Okay, we are all being conditioned from the time we are born. Okay, so this decision making. Okay, before explaining that conditioning, let me tell you the aspect of a decision making. There are only two aspects in decision making. One, it's a desire to take a decision or make a decision, and next is the fear factor. Okay, both doesn't get a clarity mind. What has decision making to do with fear? I'll explain to you. So the decision making of the desire, that is desire and fear, what is the difference? Okay, is that conditioning factor comes over here. So from your childhood or from the day we are born, when we are brought up, we are being conditioned in with instilling fear into us. Example, when a parents or a mother is feeding the kid, what it does is, the mother generally says, if you don't eat this food proper, you will not have a healthy life. Okay, you might get disease, you may not be able to be strong, your body might be weak. So what is happening? You are feeding fear into that baby when you are feeding the food. In studies, if you don't study, you are going to fail in your exam. If you fail, you will not be able to graduate. If you don't graduate, you will not get a job. If you don't get a job, how are you going to succeed in your life? So again, there is a fear being instilled into us, right? So this aspect goes in every nuances in our life. Whenever, that is what I call the conditioning. On the flip side, okay, if that same parent is going to feed the kid and tell them in a positive manner, right, with confidence that if you eat the food, this nourishment will keep you healthy physically, mentally, emotionally. That's about it. You will be a strong person. You can do wonders, right? With that strong physical body and a strong mental body, you can live a fantastic life. Same in your studies. If you study proper, you can achieve a lot of great things in your life because study is knowledge. So rather than instilling fear, instill confidence, instill faith. Okay, so this is what I said, conditioning. So this conditioning, without our knowledge, it's not only about parents. I'm saying it applies to every aspect of our life. Okay, the society what we live in. So I don't want to divert the subject. So what I'm saying in general, the way we are living has to be relooked. Okay, we need to relook the way we are being brought up in our life. It's not the right manner. What we learn, what we hear, everything, we need to be positive. We need to be, very confident in what we do. So this fear aspect is the biggest challenge on your decision making. So when you have a desire to make a decision also, you are not allowed to take a decision because of the fear factor probes into your system, your thoughts, right? So this is why the decision making, we need to understand what exactly is this decision making is all about. So it, as I told you, it happens from the conditioning, the fear, and the desire. Okay, the desire is where you make a decision, whatever it is, whether it is small or big, immaterial. It's a desire. You have a desire to study, you have a desire to get a job, you have a desire to X, Y, Z, everything. So that desire is what that decision is all about, or decision making is all about. So now, how do I make a decision? There are two aspects, there are two questions we need to remember always. One, why do I need to make a decision? Okay, that's the first question. Why do I need to make a decision? Fine. Once you have that answer, next question would be, am I ready to face the outcome, the consequences of the decision what I have made? That's it. When you have an answer to this, you go ahead and make a decision. But again, you will not a complete answer. You will not get a complete answer for this. Why? Because what happens is when you keep deliberating on any decision, you will keep thinking, will this decision be good for me or will it go bad for me? Both keeps haunting you, right? Will it be good? Will it be bad? Good, you're happy. Bad, you're not, because we are not ready to face bad things, challenging things. Because again, as I told, the conditioning, that fear. So here again, when you think about it, I would request everybody, whoever is listening, and the answer. When you make a decision or whatever it is in your life, infuse positive, powerful thoughts into your mind. Okay, the mind, the thoughts is so powerful. How it applies is, there is a formula called energy. Okay, what is that? Is called the cosmic energy. It's called as law of attraction. What is law of attraction? Whatever you think, you attract. That thinking alone doesn't make it. That in the thinking process, how you energize your thoughts, you energize your words. The words is your thoughts, the thoughts will be your action, and that action is your outcome of your life, your habits, your behavior, your character, everything is over there. So the more you energize positively, you get the result also in a positive manner, right? That is what is law of attraction. So that law of attraction is, you have to think positive. So when you are making a decision, think confident, think positive, and then go ahead with the decision. Yes, I have to make a decision. Let me make a decision. And then if you still have more confusion or you're absolutely unsure, yes, you can always seek the guidance of elders. Okay, somebody whom you are confident with. Maybe it's your parents or your own siblings or your friends or some elders, anybody whom you are confident with, you can take their guidance. But again, let them not influence your decision. Here again, you have to decide. If they are going to decide you, you are losing your individuality. The consequences also, or the outcome, you might think, no, because of that person guidance, the decision went wrong or good. No, it should be your decision. You should think, contemplate every aspect of it, apply it, and then go ahead for the decision making. So now, once you decide to make a decision, okay, next question would be, as you are right, how do I make a decision? Because it always confuses me, right? Is it really good or is it a bad decision? Unless you make a decision, you will never know whether it is good or bad. You will only keep deliberating all through your life. Okay, let's not do that. Let's understand, until and unless you make a decision, you are not going to face the outcome of it. So make the decision, face it, and the moment you face it, it might be good, it might be bad, as I told you. Be ready. The next second question, what I said is, be ready to face the outcome. In case if it is good, fantastic. But still, there are a lot of lessons you can learn from good also, because good also may not be absolute. There might be some gap. You might be adjusting in that also. So find out, is there any gap, I've left out? Learn from that. And in your next decision, make it even more better. If on the contrary, if it goes as a bad decision, okay, where you lose something, you lose certain things, your money or your job, whatever it may be, don't regret those decisions. Okay, the moment you regret, what happens is it creates a hurdle in your thought process. So your next decision will not be with confidence. Why? Because you already are regretting. You'll be living in that regret. That regret is again a part and parcel of fear. So the fear takes over you. I've already made a decision. It failed. So next, when I'm going to make a decision, it might fail even more bad. So law of attraction comes in. So the more the energy, the energy what you give into your thought, it results in the same manner. The outcome of is the same, right? You will fail. So don't do that. So the moment you make a bad decision, or whatever the outcome has been a bad for you, that's fine. Learn the lessons from that and keep moving forward. Okay. So this is how you have to make a decision. So when you are confused, you will always be confused. Don't let that confusion creep over you. Somewhere or the other, you have to make that decision. Okay, as I told you.
You are so sorry to interrupt you, but nowadays I have noticed this in our generation that we go through our lives, we don't take the responsibility of making any decision. We either leave it leave the decision to chance, or we just happen to just walk through life without actually thinking over and taking a decision. So as you said, we should always have that purpose of taking the decision, and then once we take it based on our circumstances, we should be ready for any consequences, as you said.
Absolutely. So here again, as I told you, the two aspects, the desire. The desire is your dream. Okay, your dream, your goal of that decision. Okay, so it's fine. Whatever I'm going to make, it's based on your circumstances. And okay, one aspect I missed out is that when you fail also, okay, don't regret. Why? Because you have made the decision at that point of a time based on that circumstances, based on the situation, okay, based on at that time it was right, so you made it. That's it. So like that, you should keep going forward in your decision making. So there should not be any fear factor. Okay. So then next aspect would be once I make the decision, okay, don't rejoice in your success nor get dejected in your failure also. Take both in a equilibrium factor. Okay, make it go in a normal place. Be happy, be contented, whatever it is. The contentment is also a big factor over here. Okay, so whatever decision you make, it's fine, make it. So here I think I would like to highlight one small story over here on the decision making stuff. Okay, there is a old lady. She's around 70-year-old. She lost her husband recently, and she doesn't have a kids and living all alone in her house. So she thought at this age of 70 plus, it'll be very difficult for me to manage all alone. So better I, go into a caretaker home or off, old age home somewhere. So she arranged it, and the person who who's in charge of the caretaker home or the orphanage, the old age home. He said, "Ma'am, I'll come and pick you up." So he came over there, and after seeing that lady, he felt very bad, thinking like she doesn't have anybody in her life. So let me give some encouragement and motivation before I take her to that new place, because this is the house she has been living, and she'll be feeling very bad to leave this, because that attachment is always there, wherever we have lived. So he tried to explain, "Ma'am, the place where you're going, it's beautiful, the place is good, the people are good, everything is fantastic over there." When he said that, the lady immediately did not question whatever he said. She responded by saying, "Yes, I know. Everything is going to be fantastic over there. I know. My room is fantastic. My bed, what you are going to offer, is going to be fantastic. The people over there are fantastic. The food, everything is going to be fantastic over there. I'm absolutely sure about it." And he was asking, "You have never even visited that place. How are you so damn sure that it's going to be good over there?" Then she said, "Happiness is your choice. Okay. I already made the choice that the place where I'm going to live is rest of my life I'm going to spend there. So I already decided, visualize, that place is going to be good for me and I'm going to be happy over there living." So she made it as a choice. So that energy, as I told you, the law of attraction. So she has given energy to her thoughts that the place where she's going to live is going to be beautiful, fantastic, and she's going to be happy. It doesn't mean that, the moment she's going to go there, she'll never have a problem. Even if she has a problem, she will not see it as a problem. She'll be seeing it as a part of our life journey, and she'll be happy over there. So this is how all your decision making has to be. Be happy, be contented. Don't fear. Fear is the worst ever thing which can hamper our life progress, whether decision making or any aspect of our life. That confidence, the belief in yourself, and then keep moving forward with your decision making. Right? Making it very simple.
So thank you so much, sir. I personally got a lot of clarity, and I hope the viewers also, learn a lot from this. And, we have decided, Swamiji and myself, we have decided that we'll bring such discussions between ourselves online. And in the upcoming weeks, we'll be bringing few more topics so that, we and the viewers included, we get to learn from it. So thank you so much, Swamiji, for this opportunity. And, hopefully our viewers and including myself, we get to learn a lot from you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Aditya. And let's have further discussion on a lot of other questions, what you have, or even your friends who have a clarity for those questions. We can do this session continuously. Thank you so much. And God bless you all.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.